Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs. This is an SU-76M. It's a Tier 4 Russian tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Erlenberg Assault, the defending spawn, and this one is under the command of Mazda6ismylove94. Game started. Well, it looks like he's armed with the 57mm gun. This tank destroyer comes with 3 different guns. 2 of them are 57mm, one 76mm. The 76 has got more alpha, but the 57mm's got a lot more penetration. Okay, he's got into a nice little position to defend the cap area, and he's looking around for a target. Nothing turned up yet. Now, if he has got the 57, yep, we can check that. Yes, he has. It's got 85 alpha with a penetration of 112mm. And with the premium rounds, he can actually go through 189mm. Let's get some nice damage on that scarab and the leopard. Hit him in the tracks there. Go for it again. Yep. It doesn't have very good alpha overall. It's fairly low and the DPM's low, but you can rack up a lot of damage if you can get shots on target. Yep, he got him there. Yeah, the low alpha lets this gun down. That's why sometimes it can be better to use the 76mm. It's got less penetration, but it does have a higher alpha. But it does also have a fairly long reload time as well. You can see here that well, he's managed to get a reload time of 3.2 seconds. Trying to get kill shot. No, hit him in the tracks. Go for it. Yep, got him. Now it's funny because the book reload time is 3.07 seconds for this 57mm gun, but he's actually got a reload time of 3.2. Now I can't work that out. It's a bit odd that you've got a slightly longer reload than the book says you should have. It's very odd indeed. This is definitely the 57mm gun. You see, it's very accurate if you can get it on target. It's got a fairly narrow arc, but the vehicle does traverse very quickly. He's got another kill. And a snook now. And he's got another kill. Now, you may surprise you to know that the SU-76M was the second most built vehicle in the Soviet inventory. The most built one, of course, was the T-34, but this was the second most built one. They built 14,292 SU-6, and of that 14,292, 13,732 were the M version that you're seeing here. In fact, what actually happened is they built 560 of this particular tank destroyer, and then they realised they'd made a mistake with the engine because they had one engine driving each set of tracks, and it really didn't work. So instead what they did is they installed the engines in tandem, so one in front of the other, and that worked much better. So after the first production run of 560, they built 13,732 after that from 2 separate factories. Now, it was actually quite a good little tank destroyer, known as Suka or Bitch. It wasn't liked by the crews because it was very, very cold. It was an open top vehicle, and it was a handful for the driver to drive. Really had to struggle with, and he was sitting right next door to the engine, so it was incredibly noisy for him. But yes, other than that, it also was used as an infantry support vehicle. So it wasn't solely a tank destroyer, it was actually indirect artillery, and they could fire up to 17 kilometers in range at the enemy tanks. So they had the sextant and the quadrant, so they could actually work out exactly where they needed to shoot to actually hit the enemy. Well, they're not doing so well because they're down to 5 vehicles now. And one of the enemy tanks has turned up. It's a T1 Heavy. Gets one into the engine bay. He'll probably get seen. Well, he's not been seen so far. That's very odd. And one more kill to get the one more shot to get the T1 Heavy, but I'm afraid he pulled back. Now I think he might not have sixth sense, so that's why he pulled back when he did. He probably was seen. They are looking in his direction. Got the kill shot, but now he is facing 7 enemy tanks. All well, he's got 3 teammates with him, so he's not all alone. But they're all on the other side of the river. Well, apart from the gorilla, who's actually halfway. He's in the water. Can he survive this one though? It really is an ask, because he's the one that's basically looking after the cap area. The gorilla, I'm afraid he's not going to live very much longer. Okay, we've got Sav M43, Swedish tank destroyer. And just behind him is now Valiant. Now he's firing the APCR because he needs to. He won't get through the armour otherwise. But his alpha is so low, he can't get a whole lot of damage every time he shoots. And the Valiant, well, he's got a 75mm gun. So he's going to take some damage now. Yeah. And big damage. And he's now being damaged. Oh, one more shot and he gets the kill. Nope. He did as much as he could, but the Valiant got him in the end. Yeah, he was going to be outbeaten on DPM. As much as he tried, as hard as he tried, he just couldn't out DPM the Valiant. Not with the armour. He tried, got close, but not quite. Well, the Sav's having a bit of fun on the enemy Sav. He just took him out. Or was it him? No, it was actually the M8A1 who got the kill. But the enemy is now in the cap area. That's a nice big hit there on the Stug 3B. But we've lost our spotter now. The M8A1 was the last one on our team. And there goes the Stug. Well, if the Sav's going to get any more hits on target, he's going to have to get close to the cap area. And when he does, he's going to find out that there's a KV-1 down there, as well as a Valiant. I saw a tree go down in the distance. It looks like they're coming up this way. Four kills for Mazda6ismylove. That was a very good show. Sadly, he couldn't do it all on his own on that side of the map. And here they come. In fact, the enemy SU-76M is on the other side of the house. And there's the kill. And the kill shot went to the Valiant again. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Here's the end of battle results, and it was the first ace tanker for Mazda6ismylove94 in the SU-76M. Yeah, even though he only managed to get 4 kills, he put up a good fight, and he also managed to get a fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he did get 4 exactly, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 7, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he also got a tank sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, and his win rate in that game was 10,824. So despite the fact that he actually lost the game and got wiped out, he actually did very, very well to score as much damage as he did on the enemy. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he managed to get 2,092 hit points of damage from that game. The next high scorer was the T1 Heavy with 1,561, followed by the KV1 1,486. When it came to kills, he had the highest. Oh no, he didn't actually. He had the second highest. The T1 Heavy got 5 kills, and Mazda6 managed to get 4 kills, and then 3 kills went to the Valiant, including a steel wall. And when it came to base XP, I'm afraid he's on the losing team on that one as well. 888 went to the T1 Heavy, 867 went to the KV1, and 771 went to the Valiant. and Mazda 6 managed to get 526 base. He fired 34 shots in that game, got 30 direct hits and 26 penetrations, damage of 2,092 hit points, of which 1,052 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits from the enemy, all 4 were penetrations, they all came from that Valiant, and I'm afraid, yes, they effectively finished him off. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, and 299 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned 17,193 credits, got 1,920 for Courageous Resistance, that's for getting an Epic or Battle Hero medal in a losing or drawn game, 19,113 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually made a loss of 17,434 credits, and the reason? Yeah, I'm afraid he did have to fire a lot of APCR in that game, and that certainly cost him a lot. 526 base XP, 298 for Courageous Resistance, took away 824 altogether. So not a bad game, but I'm afraid it was a loss, but at least he managed to get his first ace tanker, a high caliber and a tank sniper out of one game. So, well, yeah, turn a defeat into a victory in some small way. Yeah, I think you could say that. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.